these verses were uttered towards the end of the section on the Gandharvas, celestial kings. The verses say, using immeasurable experience based on great wisdom, the Buddha expounds for flocks of creatures, all and everywhere. He enters the true practice of Supreme Bodhi. Vasha Banner skillfully contemplates this. We went through most of this gatha already, and we now can pick it up where we almost finished the slide here. True and real practices is referred to. He actually has to do it, and with his body, with his mouth, and with his mind. It's not simply talk alone. These people have great wisdom because they really engage in the true and real practices. True practices they called true practices because it's a practice of the truth. All these practices are based on the truth. You don't want to fake it. You don't want to be untrue at all while practicing this. In particular, for example, when we transmitted to you the 42 hands and eyes, there's a section where you recite a mantra and then there's another 2 words. And that is to remind you that for you to have greater effects in these mantra recitation, you have to be true. Especially for tantric practices. You're very lucky. We're very lucky that we received transmission for the 42 hands and eyes, and you were able to practice it because it's right there. Reminds you, you have to be truthful. If you're not truthful, you won't be able to fully utilize the potential of these mantras. In particular, in general, all the mantra practices require you to be true. It's a very important reminder for all of you, whether you're Tibetan or Vietnamese or Chinese or American, doesn't matter. You practice mantras, you have to be truthful. So far, so good. In general, for Mahayana practices, the Mahayana practices were created by a true mind to help us go back to our true mind. So it starts with us being true to ourselves every day. It is so important. There's no point in being untrue for the sake of money, the sake of notoriety, adoration, and so forth. Those are temporary. You will be sorry. But if you live a truthful life, maintain a true mind, then you're on the ascension. You will keep on ascending and ascending, ascending. Don't worry about the temporary states where you struggle and whatever. There's a test for you. But the history of Buddhist practitioners, those who stick to the true practices, being true to themselves, gain great benefits. Okay, and by the way, those of you who come to our way places with not a true mind, don't think we don't know. Okay, we simply tolerate it because that's what you're used to in your environment. That you need to be untrue for the sake of survival, for the sake of acceptance, for promotion, and so forth. Okay, we understand that, and it's not a criticism. But when you come to the temple, be true. That's what I recommend to you. Live your normal life, but when you come to the temple, be truthful to yourself. Okay? No need to pretend. No need to be untrue at all. That's so important. I know most of the teachers kind of avoid talking about this. As a result, your practices do not give you as great results as you're supposed to gain from this. Okay? And so it is, for me personally, it's a privilege to be able to have this community here that we built over the last 20 years. And it's still growing every single year, continuously. And we get it gets more interesting to me personally that I am going to have a hard time retiring or going to the Pureland. I kept on telling myself, when can I retire? Well, then I asked myself, why should I retire? This is so much more fun than retirement. Okay, so remember that. So it's true and real practices. Real practices is that you really have to put in your own efforts. You need to put in the sweats. You need to suffer. Okay, no pain, no gain. No two ways about it. So it's real. You put your heart into it. See, that's why Chinese says 真实 is true and actual. True are real practices. Okay, true is pertains to your heart. Real pertains to efforts. Okay, you really have to make an effort. You really need to apply yourself more and more and more. That's how you get the most out of these superior practices. So far, so good. And I bring it up today for some reason. But I noticed that in our community, all of you have been progressing so fast compared to the other places I've been to, I've seen, I've been observing. Okay, it's because we practice the true and the real practices. So keep it up. Okay, good job, everyone. Don't forget that. This is so fundamental. Okay. All right. Next. Then Master Srihal talked about in slide 101 that he said what he did in his times is that he started this, he created the guidelines and the standards for translation from Chinese into English. And that's a fantastic thing that he created. The standards are so high. And I personally got so much out of it until I switched to Chinese. I got even more. Okay, so he's referring to the fact that at his times, many of his disciples who didn't speak Chinese, they learned Chinese. So they put a lot of hours learning Chinese to translate into English. Okay, and so that's why their merit and virtues are just unimaginable, are just inconceivable, especially when you translate this sutra here, the Avatamsaka Sutra. Your merit and virtue are simply incredible. Okay, and so it's not surprising that many of them feel that they're special, they're superior people. They are. Okay, so Master Srihal says, yes, you are superior, you're special. But if you feel that you are better than others, then you have no virtue. The superior person never feels she's better than anyone. My teacher says, I'm an ant. Everyone is higher than me. Everyone is better than me. Right there is not BS. It's not a put on, okay? It is how he genuinely feels about himself. That's from a person who has great wisdom. You achieve a little, and I certify you a little, and you feel I'm so special. That's why I have to remind you constantly by saying, you're an idiot. Anyone has a problem with that? Okay? Yes. Because you know why? Because my master never did it for them. And that's why after he's gone, okay, they look around and say, I'm I'm number one in the world. No one else better besides my master. Okay? And it's a shame because even the other people who look at his disciples, okay, being a lowlife like myself, I do look at them like idiots. Okay, so you can imagine how many people out there feel the same way. We just don't say it. They just don't say it because they're too polite. Okay? Not only am I not polite, I'm so bitter and resentful and jealous. Okay? So he says, yeah, you did. You have some. You did great work, but you lack genuine virtue. Why is that? We do good things, and then you shoot ourselves in the foot, feeling so special about it. He's so petty, so small thinker. You know, because as soon as you say, I'm so special, and guess what? You stop trying harder. In this case here, their translation peaked, because when you see yourself special, see yourself better than everyone, that's when you peak. It's only when you see yourself not as good as others, still a lot of room for improvement, you do it to yourself, that's all. And if anything at all, this is what I feel is a disservice that Master did to my generation. He never put us in our places. You know, for the kind of achievement we made in my generation is nothing compared to his accomplishments. Nothing to be proud of. It's nothing at all. For us to get to his level, it's just a lot more work. Okay? It's no time to feel special. Okay? Now, and then he says, if you lack virtue, no one will respect you. It's true. No one, never mind about no one, I have no respect for them. Any of them, as a matter of fact. Because my master never told them the truth. You're not that special. You're not that great. You're an idiot. I mean, I'm looking at you. Okay? All right? So that's what the true and the real practices refer to. Okay? Humility all the way. Vajra banner skillfully contemplates thus. So this Gandharva celestial king, by the name of Vajra banner, meaning that he's indestructible. Actually, not is he indestructible. He's extremely destructive. You get into a fight with him, you die. So he's the banner because everyone recognizes him. The banner flies up there, so it can be seen from all around. So he's recognized by his peers as, you don't want to mess around with this guy. Okay? He's going to destroy you. You cannot win. Okay? And why is that the case? Because he's very humble. If you truly are invincible, you become humble. If you think you're special, you are not there yet. You don't understand yet. You haven't really gone all the way yet. That's why you still feel you're special. Okay? Any questions about this? It is so fundamental. Okay, we all get lost because of we compare ourselves to lower standards. Yes, too.
Master, I have an opinion. I don't know. You're welcome to call me an idiot when I announce it, but it seems to me the brand of Buddhism I've been exposed to for 10 years, Wei Yang, Chan Buddhism, there's an emphasis on blessings, keeping track of blessings, earning blessings.
Yeah.
Personally, I think if you pay attention to that, there's an expectation in your mind about that. And you don't want to transfer that thought that, well, I'll do this good thing and then that way I'll earn a blessing. So I don't think you should keep track of it.
Did we tell you to keep track of it?
Not necessarily, no.
When you're taught to increase your blessings, is there a part where it says, keep track of your blessing, keep increasing?
It seems like a knee-jerk relationship, kind of a quasi-mental attitude you're going to develop. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to have blessings because I'm doing this nice thing right now.
No, that's your interpretation. Did we say that? Did we say that when you create blessings, you're doing something nice?
Seems like that's the impression.
But did we actually specifically say that? You're doing something nice, therefore we're creating blessings.
I don't know for sure.
Did you listen to the Avatamsaka Sutra lecture?
Yes.
You were there? I think in the beginning you weren't there consisting like you are nowadays every weekend, which is a good thing. It's a very virtuous thing to do, meritorious thing to do. Okay? Do you kind of have to tell yourself, I come to the temple every single weekend nowadays?
No, it's automatic.
See, it's automatic, right? And that's exactly what this practice is about. You do it, you don't think about it.
Exactly, yes.
Okay? So it's because you missed the lectures, the Avatamsaka Sutra lectures. It's not my fault. In that sutra, we teach you about the ultimate giving. Okay? Giving has three aspects: the giver, the receiver, and the gift. So far, so good? Okay? So when you give, you're creating blessings for yourself. Doesn't matter what you do. You help someone, okay? That's creating blessings, right? You help someone cook, you help someone clean the bathroom, or someone clean the car, whatever. You're helping someone, it's an act of giving, okay? So that's why they always evolved three components in the act of giving: giver, receiver, and the gift itself. And in that sutra, we teach you that for you to have the most blessings possible from that act of giving, if you give and you look at your gift, could be labor, could be a material thing, okay? If you attach to that, you say, see, I'm translating. See, this is what he's talking about. That sutra, I translated that. I can translate the Avatamsaka Sutra. I'm so special. Okay? If you still see the gift as not empty, your blessings are not maximized yet. If you see yourself, what he's talking about here, see yourself, I'm so special. I can translate. I can translate from Chinese into English. My English is so fluent. I'm so special. Then your blessings are not maximized. Okay? Because there's still an I, still a giver. Okay? It's still a gift. Okay? And the receiver. Okay? If a receiver, what's the deal about the receiver? You give special treatment to people. I admit to all of you, okay, I like girls more than guys. subconsciously. Okay, I have preferences, right, Daniel? Don't we all have preferences? Okay, so the receiver, okay, because we have discrimination about the receiver, the blessings are not maximum. So the Vajra Sutra teaches that in order for you to receive the most possible blessings from your act of giving, let's say you give $5 to this a homeless person. I keep on confusing left home and homeless people. To me, it's the same, isn't it? Okay, I'm getting too old. Okay, so if you give $5 to a homeless person, okay, and you say, don't buy drugs, you hear? Buy something to feed yourself. Okay, I'm going to give it to you only if you buy some food for yourself, you hear? You promise me that? And the guy says, okay. Okay. If you, even that simple act there of giving, and you specify, don't buy drugs, you hear? You buy some food for yourself, feed your body, okay? Because of good intention there, you still have not maximized your blessings because you see the receiver as not empty, and the gift is not empty, and you are not empty, but you make demands. $5 still, to you, is still a $5 thing there. And the receiver is that this left home person who should not be doing drugs. I mean, homeless person shouldn't be doing drugs. It's a slip of the tongue, okay? You know what I mean? Okay? So the point being that all you have to do for $5, with that $5, if you don't see anyone giving at all, you give, you forget. You don't say, hey, mommy, I just gave this guy $5. Am I a good person? You don't even remember you gave it. And the $5, you don't remember how much you gave. And you don't remember who you gave to. You really are totally Alzheimer's patient. Okay? Then those Alzheimer's people have the highest level of blessings possible. What does it say? That we need to keep track of our blessings. Never. We give, we forget. You should not have missed that Vajra Sutra lecture. Okay. Okay. If for that, the simple act of giving $5 and all three are empty, $5 is nothing. The receiver is nothing. I'm nothing. We're all empty. Your blessings are incredible. Compared to a guy who says, he give you $5 only? Let me give you $10. Give you 100. I'm a lot more generous than this guy, don't you think? Then your blessing is a lot less than $5. Is it clear? So there's a technique behind this. There's wisdom behind it. There's no keeping track, okay? No discrimination whatsoever. Yes, too.
Thank you, Master. So sometimes I give money to poor people and also to rich people because I think that both are suffering. So is that more blessings than to discriminate because I see them as both suffering?
You still see rich people, you still see poor people. What should you see?
Should see emptiness, but I'm not there yet.
True. It'll be a while. Okay? Stop discriminating. So how do you do that? If you don't see it as empty yet, you can't see it's empty yet, what do? You give because there's an opportunity to give. That's all. Okay? When you have a chance to give, because you're there, you have the right time, then give and forget it. That's all. Don't discriminate whether it's a rich guy like Bezos or a poor guy like, I don't know. I don't look at any of you as poor, that's why. You have so many blessings. You just don't know it yet, that's all. Once your blessing mature, Daniel, remember, you got it from Way Mountain Temple. I swear to God, it's true. Okay? We give because you have a chance to give. That's all. Don't discriminate so much. Okay, did we answer your question? Number 2.
You answered it, Master, but there's a lot of considerations giving away money today in our society. What is a well-meaning Buddhist going to feel when he gives money to a homeless person without any expectations in an act of emptiness, and that person with that money chooses to buy drugs and it happens to kill him? I'm just wondering, there's a consequence, and maybe you would know about it, maybe you wouldn't. Personally, I would feel really, really bad.
Okay. Andreas has some experience. I don't know, giving end or receiving end, we're not sure, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think
See?
you made me laugh too hard.
It's so clear. So give me a minute.
I usually don't give money to people. I think it's better to give them like a gift.
Love.
If someone's like, man, I need some food. Can you buy me some food? Okay, yeah. Go to like Panda Express. What do you want? That? You want that? And they get the food. And what are they gonna do? Sell the food you just bought them for drugs? I don't think that's gonna happen.
I see. That's how he gets around the problem. Did you have a question about that, or about something else, or you just wanted to comment about that?
Yeah, that's how I would get around the problem.
I see. Okay. Absolutely. There are ways for you to do it. But sometimes, in his defense, sometimes we're busy, you know. We go home to take care of our sick child, and the guy comes, a homeless person comes and says, "Can I, man, I'm hungry. Can I help? Will you help me?" Okay, you can't. You don't have time like Andres, who has all day, So he said, "Hey man, it's $5. Goodbye, leave me alone." Okay. So what if he buys drugs? $5 is not going to kill you, man. As far as I know. Peter, is that correct?
Real cheap.
Okay. Daniel is the most qualified of all of you. He experiences this every day. Yes, sir.
With fentanyl on the run, you get killed with $5.
Only $5?
Probably less than that, but yeah.
Wow. For $5, you can kill yourself.
Yes.
Don't-
Probably less. I'd say $1, but
Hey, girls, don't need to buy aspirin anymore, okay? No, just buy $5 worth of fentanyl. Jeez. That's scary. $5, that's all it takes? Can we make it cheaper yourself? So what do you do? If they take the $5 of ours, who's well-intentioned, he buys fentanyl, like Daniel's, and he goes to Daniel, hey man, can I have some fentanyl? Daniel say, hey, you can have it for $4, okay? And he dies. What then? Do you feel bad, Daniel?
I wouldn't feel bad because
You wouldn't feel bad?
No, because I give it the money with good intention. It's how they use it. It's their own, whatever they want to use it for. It's not my problem. I gave because I gave you for food. You use it for something else.
You know, wait. You look at him, you know this guy is a fentanyl client. He buys fentanyl from you. Okay? And say, I'm in a good heart. I'm not going to charge you $5. I give you $4 only. So that you still have $1 left to buy some potato chips to feed yourself. Yeah? It's well intention. Is that okay? You will not feel bad.
I don't give drugs. I don't know.
He's chickening out. Yes, 9.
Thank you, Master. We have a comment from Twee on YouTube. I don't think it's our problem what a homeless person chooses to do with the money you give them. They should be free to do what they want. You should just give them the money and leave it at that.
But there's all of you, all of us, which is in the back of our mind, said, he possibly could misuse his money. Look at him, he's not going to buy food. Yeah? That thought crosses your mind, doesn't it? You're going to ignore it? Yes, Andres.
Yeah, but I mean, theoretically, then you would be saying, if you want to do it the right way, you say, it's not my money, the money's empty, and whatever he does with it, that's none of my business anymore. It's not even my money anymore. It was never even my money in the first place.
I'm empty. Who's at fault? No one's at fault.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's still a gift.
It's not a gift. It's a gift. It's empty.
It's empty.
It's empty.
The $5 is gone. It's empty to me now.
It was empty to me in the first place.
Yeah, that's why I give it to you. I give nothing. So how can you blame me for giving you nothing? It's all Mahayana. Yes, the girlfriend.
Amitabha Master. So the question is, if I gave $5 to somebody on the street, and they turn around and buy drug and die from it. Now the question, do I have karmic retribution that I'm committed killing or any negative karmic contribution in the future? Thank you.
Did you go to lunch?
No.
You should have gone to lunch. Okay, next. Anyone else has any ideas? Let me explain to you. For you to have a killing karma has one characteristic that's very important. There is a killing intention. If you give money to that person without intending to kill that person, if your intentions are good, and the person, whatever the person does with that money, okay, is really no longer your problem. So far, so good. However, there's a caveat. If you look at this homeless person, and he comes to you and asks you for money, and you look at him, you have $5 in your pocket, it's not a problem for you. But you look at that person and you say, he could be using it not for food. Doesn't look like he may not use it for food. For that doubt right there, and you give the money to him anyway because you're busy, you have to go and go take care of your cat at home, okay? That uncertainty there will get you in trouble. It's not totally killing intention, but if you're not 100% responsible for his death, you at least are partially responsible. Be careful. Because if you're aware of it, you suspect that he could be using it for illicit purposes, then you still are partially responsible. Okay. So in that situation, yeah, Andres, what would you do?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't give it to him if he looked like that.
Yeah, be safe.
Because a lot of these people, I think they can get...
Because I can't see him. I can't see him as empty. I see him as he's going to use that for something else than I intended him to do. I don't trust him. So it's my responsibility now not to give him that chance to hurt himself.
Yeah, I think a lot of those people can get food and other things for free, actually.
Oh, yeah. All you have to do is walk to a Vietnam temple and they give you food, they give you anything. They're very compassionate, unlike us.
They use money for things that people won't give them. But I did have another question. Let's say
I tell you a funny anecdote. There used to be a homeless person who sits there in front of the corner of Evelyn and Emerson Place, and he sits there every single day. He disappears, and about in the afternoon, where there's a shade there, he would come back there and sit there. Okay, very often. And I wondered for a while. I said, how on earth does he get food and money to live like this? I mean, food. What is it? What does he eat? And later, I found out that he went to the Vietnam temple about 3 blocks away. And they give him food, they give him everything, and he eats and he drinks and he goes back and sits in our temple. Anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you for allowing me to release my frustration. This is really misguided kindness and compassion. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let's say...
Don't you hate it? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's say you work at a restaurant, and my uncle owns a restaurant. He told me a story of there's a lady who walked in the restaurant, and she had a $100 bill. She was extremely overweight, and when she sat down to eat, she even had to have an ice pack to put on top of her head, because she would be overheating, right? And she said, I just eat as much as this $100 will buy. And let's say you own or you work at a restaurant. What do you do in that sort of situation where people are supposed to use your product responsibly, but...
I forgot to tell you one detail. Before that corner there, before Jesse planted and XT planted some vegetation and flowers there, he used to pee there in the corner. So he drank and ate from there, and he went back to my temple to pee in my temple. So frustrating. Anyway, what were you saying? I feel so good to release this.
So if you work at a restaurant...
Yeah, sorry.
And, people aren't supposed to be using food to kill themselves, but a lot of people do. And so, you shouldn't be probably be serving this person, but it's almost like you own a restaurant. It's kind of your responsibility to serve people food. So what would you do in that sort of situation?
I don't know about the situation, but I do know about a bar. You have a bar, and we can go to MJ right after this. You go to a bar, and the guy is clearly drunk. Okay? And so what do? You serve him, then he's going to get in trouble and so forth. So what do? So typically, in the movies, I declare my authority is the movies. Most movies I've been, the good bartender said, no, that's enough for you today. Okay? But for food, I don't think it's the same situation at all. How can you link it to, overeating and ruining your health? It's very difficult to link it. Okay? I think you're going too far. Okay? Let them be. Okay. Yes, MJ. 5.
Master, I'm thinking about
mental health field in the psychiatry. Psychiatrists I work with who prescribe medication for people who sometimes use that medication to overdose. And they have to make decisions around that, whether or not this is medication that's going to help the person or ultimately is going to lead them into another suicide attempt.
Yes.
And so that can be a very difficult boundary to navigate.
What do you do? Do you prescribe that?
I don't prescribe.
How come you looked out? You don't have all these difficult
I don't want to prescribe.
She chose a different area of work, so that I'm very smart.
But I am involved in the case of people like that where I have to, because they often tell me more than they'll tell their prescriber. And then I have the responsibility of letting the prescriber know this person is at risk for an overdose and we need to manage them. Make sure they're not going to stockpile pills.
You are expected to do that?
Yes.
That not violate the confidentiality?
No, because the way that we work at my medical center, patients sign a release that we can talk, our treatment team can talk to each other.
I see.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't trust you at all, in other words. Okay, gotcha. Okay. It's in those cases, you have to use your best professional judgment. That's all you have. As long as no intention to harm. And if you're not sure, you can act upon that yourself. That's all you have. Okay? And no one can blame you for it. And make sure you document it rigorously, because you never know. Okay? Anyone else? Wow. Oh, interesting. Yes, 3.
Master, what if I looked at the guy and I say, yeah, he might be taking drugs, but he might also need the money for maybe food. I don't want him to, die from food.
Yeah, true.
So in that scenario, what happened? I'm still guilty of killing?
No. You're only guilty of killing if you don't call your boyfriend. If you're not sure, give him a call. I just call. Okay? I would do that. Okay? Don't trust yourself. Okay? Sometimes we try to help people, but we should know our limitations. You're not sure? Ask someone. You seem not sure, I'm sorry. I can't help you today. Okay? All right. Next section, 102. An instant contains hundreds of thousands of aeons. A Buddha's spiritual power manifests this, yet he remains unmoved.
一刹那中百千劫，佛力能现无所动。
Comfort and joy he bestows equally upon all sentient beings. This is liberation of delighting in adornment.
等以安乐施群生，此乐庄严之解脱。
Okay, 104, commentary slide. An instant contains hundreds of thousands of aeons. How is it possible? You can read if you like. I read it, I forgot what it says. But today I'm so full for some reason, I don't feel like reading too much. Because if I read, I fall asleep. I look at your face, I find it funny. I mean, helps me stay awake. How is it possible one instant contains hundreds of thousands of aeons? Is it possible? I ask you this because I remember when I first read the Avatamsaka Sutra, this is what scared me. I said, how is it possible? If I recite this, I read this, I read this, and some people in the audience are going to ask me, how is it possible? What am I going to say? Yes, Diego, what can I say? 5.
Thank you, Master. The way I see it is, for example, in the heavens, one day is equivalent to 500 years in this realm. So I think that for us it's a long time, and for them is less. But for a Buddha, aeons is just an instant, is compressed in that because they don't have the same limitations as we have. And this reminds me also of the limitless worlds into the tip of a hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How is it possible?
Oh, I don't know. Not yet.
Okay. Yes, Evan. How is it possible?
Thank you, Master. I think this goes into the category of listen to it, don't try to understand. You'll understand when you get there. It sounds like a non-dual understanding and a higher level of consciousness.
It's just like giving up your sovereignty to me. Anyone else? How is it possible? 7.
I don't know how it's possible, but sometimes when I bow to the Buddha and I feel like my whole body disappears and I feel like I disappear, and I don't know how that's possible, so it's got to be something like that.
JMT, how is it possible?
제 생각에는 생각이 없기 때문에 가능하다고 생각합니다.
Aren't you guys so happy? Aren't you guys so glad that Jumi is there? Because none of the left people ever said anything since the last 3 years.
Master, I think it's possible because there's no thought.
No thoughts. Excellent. That's it. It's long and short for you because you have a thought. It's short, it's long. The Buddha has no thoughts, so that's why to him 1, 2, 10, 12, same. He doesn't think about 1, doesn't think about 10 billion. And that's the nature of wisdom. The people who have great wisdom like the Buddha, they have no thoughts at all. Ever. This is a state of a Buddha. Okay? Or the state of their samadhis. When they enter the Buddha samadhi, that type of samadhi, there's no thoughts, absolutely no thoughts. That's why to them, for us, we have 1 instant or 10 aeons, okay? It's because we are constantly thinking, okay? That's why it's measurable. For them, it's all the same. 1 or 10 million is all the same because 0 thoughts. No thoughts of 1, no thoughts of 10 gazillions. Does it help? I just came up with the answer today. I'm testing it out on you, that's all. Yes, Andres. 2.
Yeah, Buddhas don't have the same limitations of us with time. Like we forget everything when we die, but Buddhas will remember that what happened in that time period.
Yeah.
I also think it could be having to do with like perception. So 1 instant to us, there's probably so many things that happen in a single instant that we're just not aware of because we can't even perceive it. But the Buddhas have that really minute understanding.
The key thing here is that when you use thinking mind, you think of 1, you think of 10 million, it's your thinking mind that's counting. Buddha does not have that thinking mind active. That's why 1 and 10 billion is the same, because it's 0 thoughts. It's all zeros. QED. Make sense to you? This is the first time I thought this explanation. Maybe something I ate today, or the music I listened to. I don't know. Did you enjoy yourself? Okay, so this is too long. He's trying. Here's the mistake. I feel this is a mistake from his part to try to explain to you so that it makes sense to you. It can, if it makes sense to you, then it's not possible. Because no way to explain to you 1 and 10 aeons is the same, using words. Agree? That's a mistake to do it this way. On the other hand, if I say 1 equals 0, 10 aeons equals 0, then 0 equals 0. QED. You like, huh, Jim? I don't think your engineers will ever enjoy this. They go this way. They try to explain away until you agree. Okay? There's no way, if you agree with my explanation, with my reasoning with you, using your thinking mind, there's no way for you to connect with it. You have to go 0 thoughts for you to be able to see it. Houseman, you struggle. Okay? Got that? Okay. This is cool. So that's why, as a reminder for you, like when you do meditation, or even you stand here, do the ceremony, okay? And very often you recite, okay? And then all of a sudden, it's the time flies by so fast. Yes? During the sits, during meditation, okay? Even like while we're talking to someone. Remember, we went on that first date, remember? When we talked, we found someone that we liked so much, and we talk. Oh my God, it's been like 2 hours already. 5 hours for you? You're too much. You see? So time flies when you don't think about it. Okay? That's a example of that 0 thought. You don't think about time, you don't keep track of time, it's 0 equals 0. Does it help? Okay, that's American style explaining 1 equals 10 billion. Okay, and then he says, life is but a dream anyway. I don't know how you connect from 0 thought to a dream, okay? But, it makes sense to some people. That's why I kept it. Hey, anyone else in up north would like to make a comment? In Southern California, we think differently. Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Amitabha, I heard before that Master said Buddha doesn't think. But I think he may think when it's necessary, right? Because as I remember, when he first achieved the wisdom or become Buddha, he think about who he gonna who he will cross over first, and he think about his old master, the five royal person who went out with him. So he walked over and crossed over them. So Buddha does think, right?
What do you think, Democrats? Of these Republicans? Okay. Yes, Peter. Go ahead and shoot him down.
Thank you, Master. I think that the Buddha sees no difference between ICE agents, the National Guard, or the LAPD. It's all the same.
I feel like at home. Let me clarify for you, okay? This is why you folks read sutras and read explanations of sutras. You don't really quite understand, okay? Here's what happens. When you say Buddha thinks that who should I save next after he became enlightened, which mind was he using? According to Republicans, clearly it's a Republican thinking mind. But for us Democrats, down here, it's the democratic, true Buddha mind. Louder, I can't hear you. They're fighting, aren't they? Okay, go ahead. Go for us.
Amitabha, as I understand, the truth mind contains the thinking mind, so I'm right anyway.
Just like someone says, I lied to you through my teeth in front of in your face, but I'm not lying to you. Because
it's just a test, Master.
He's not even Buddhist, he uses Buddhist tests. Okay, so the explanation when Buddha thought about who he's going to have to save next is to connect with our thinking mind. But he doesn't think like that. Okay? So don't confuse the two things. Buddhas, they don't think, but when they talk to us, they have to explain it to our thinking mind. Is that clear? Okay? So that's why be careful. Buddhas think differently. And finally, let me explain to you as well. Buddhas, you go back to the scriptures, I'm quoting scriptures. Scriptures say that Buddhas are always in samadhi. Always. He's never out of samadhi. Meaning what? He has no thoughts. When you're in samadhi, you're only operating from your true mind. Okay? Whereas bodhisattvas and us, we are not always in samadhi. Because you're in samadhi when you have enough blessings. When you don't have enough blessings, you have to exit samadhi. Buddha has boundless blessings. That's why they can afford to be in samadhi always. Got that? But bodhisattvas who are not Buddhas yet, their blessings are not the same as the Buddhas. Therefore, there are times where they're not in samadhi. Is that clear? All right? So don't confuse the two. Only Buddhas don't have the problems. But until we are a Buddha, we're going to have hits and misses. That's life. Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas have they make fewer mistakes than we do. That's a big difference. That's all. But they make mistakes. That's why they're very humble. He said, when I make mistake, I don't make as many mistakes, but my mistakes are bigger than yours. Okay? Oops, I just killed the whole nation, kind of thing. I just killed all the frogs. Okay? All right? All right. The Buddha's spiritual power manifests this, yet he remains unmoved. Okay? And this is what in the scriptures Master Shira is quoting. He says in Lotus Sutra, for example, he can condense hundreds of thousands of aeons to one single instant, one kasana. Or take one kasana, expand it to a long, long time period. All right? This is for our sake. For him, it's the same thing. Okay? When he does it, for him, oh, it's the same. What's the big deal? But for us, wow, it's so special. Okay? So for him, it's nothing so special about it. And the point here that I want to point out to you is that this celestial king, this Gandharva celestial king, is able to see that himself. Okay? Meaning that he received the Buddha's spiritual power, otherwise he can't. Okay? This is to remind you that we are not alone. Okay? When it's necessary, okay, he will help us. The Buddhas will help us get better, improve. It's all a test for all of us. Believe. Okay? No matter how hard it is, you have to believe. Okay? You believe, your blessings will increase. You don't believe, that's as far as you can go. That's life. That's the only difference. When your thinking mind cannot grasp it anymore, that's when you have to resort to something better in your thinking mind, which is your faith.
'Cause I gotta have faith.
Got it? Okay? So it's all for us to get better. 108. Comfort and joy he bestows equally upon all sentient beings. Okay? Comfort and joy, again, the translation to me, I disagree a little bit. An is it's because these people are not teachers. That's why they don't understand. They're not at the level of wisdom of these Gandharva celestial kings. An here is what these celestial kings provide for their subjects. An is security. Without their giving us, providing us security, we cannot function. We cannot lead a normal life. Okay? That's why in Buddhism, no matter what, okay, we should be grateful to the king. No matter how bad the king is, you have to be grateful to him. You don't want to stab him in the back. Okay? Because yes, you may disagree with him, but look, with how the king there, how the emperor, there's no way for you to be able to function, to have security. That deserves something. Okay? So an is security, le here is joy. That's correct. So security and joy. Okay? So he provides security for everyone equally, all sentient beings, and joy, all sentient beings. Okay? And this is liberation, delighting, and adornment. This is his Gandharva king experience himself. All right? Next. Oh, now he goes to some sort of vegetarian thing. He says, so how come we're allowed to eat meat and what's the big deal? We're not allowed to eat meat, but can eat vegetables. And Master Shah explained, living beings have so and so and so. Okay, it makes sense, all this, okay? And you can, have you finished reading this? I read it, and it's too complicated for me. Especially after a full lunch, big lunch. Don't make me think. I need this to get going down here. Okay? And then he says you need to be eaten first, and so that you can transform to eventually become sentient beings. Okay? I have no idea where it's going. It's too complicated. And the vegetables are so sentient beings. And it's okay. Don't force it. Okay? Okay? So he arrives at the same conclusion I do. You want to eat vegetable? Eat vegetable. You want to eat meat? Eat meat. It's your life. I'm not going to try to convince you. I mean, Jesus. It's you live as you see fit. Who am I to tell you what to do? Some people say, I'm vegetarian. Good for you. Some people I like to eat seafood. Good for you. Can't we respect that? Those choices? Buddhism is predicated upon freedom of choice. We never force anyone. We don't even try to convince people that, and so forth, that eat meat or eat vegetables, so forth. Okay? I used to be caught in that when I first became a left-form person. I think his name is Heng Shu or something. He followed, at the time, this is in 1990, I think. Okay, and so at the time there's a movement where they made a big deal. They said, if instead of raising cattle, you have so much more pollution, you spend so much more water and for feed, and it's very inefficient. Whereas for the same amount of nutrition we can get from the vegetation or vegetables, you can save a lot of money and a lot of suffering. Okay, so it's a big deal. They were selling it left and right. Okay, and they're promoting that. And I read a lot of stuff like that as to myself. As I get older, I say I don't care. If it's important to you, you know what to do. Why do we always have to try to convince people that this is better for them? Who asks us? I'm explaining this to you because you came here to my temple and you asked me to teach you the Mahayana. You see me standing in the corner there, chanting and jumping up and down like a Harakiri, whatever, the Hare Krishna. That's when I first started. That's what they do too. And Master Shah, make sure they don't ever come to Ukiah, you hear? I say, come to Ukiah, man. Welcome to our community. Just pay your taxes. Live and let live. What's the big deal? Why do you have to discriminate? Seriously, if you like to eat meat and you enjoy it, go ahead and enjoy it. Can't we embrace it? Why are we taking our knowledge so seriously? Cultivation is about looking at yourself, remember? Stop looking at others and judging them. Oh, you made the wrong choice. You should be vegetarian. You should not be vegan. Did you guys hear that? I have quite a few disciples who were vegan. They became monks, and then eventually they heard Master is against vegan, so they gave up. newcomers have no fear, I improved. You know how it happened? I said, I don't tell them to give up being vegan. I just joke about it, you know. It tastes funny, there's vegan cheese. And then when we are invited to go to pizza, all of the entire temple, the entire Sangha, I said, you know what? You're a vegan, so you have to stay at the temple. You have to stay back. Might as well keep the temple open. Is it okay you stay back? And we're going to Tony's Pizza. It's about choices. You have to respect people's choices. Jesus, stop trying to influence them. Who asked you? Just because you know better, you have to force yourself upon them? It applies to your children as well. You have to respect them. This is so fundamental. You have to respect their choices. Even though they're wrong, you have to respect it. And you have to be ready to help them when the consequences arrive. That's how they learn. You cannot be overprotective. Okay? Yes, they will suffer. Yeah, but that's part of learning. You can't protect them from suffering. Even Buddhas cannot protect us from suffering. What makes you think we can? Okay? So when people ask a question, should I be vegetarian or not vegetarian? Yes. Follow your heart is my answer. Okay? All right, that's the end of Gandharva section. Any questions? Okay, yeah. And in my defense, if I sound wishy-washy, it's because I'm old enough to be wishy-washy. When I was younger, I had to prove myself. I'm right. I'm more right than you. At my age right now, I don't care anymore. Live and let live, huh? Or live and let die? Which one is it? I forgot. Okay, questions and comments? Yes, sir. 7.
That particular issue about vegetarianism is a strange one because I've been vegetarian since I was in my 20s and worked in the professional life most of those years.
Vegetarian or vegan?
No, not vegan. I can't because I'm allergic to a lot of the replacements they create. Like vegan cheese makes me sick. So,
make me sick too.
That's the way it is. But what I found though is
a different kind of sick, that's all. Sick of my mind, not sick in my body. I said, why do I have to eat this? Never mind, go ahead, sorry.
But the difficulty I had was going out to lunch or dinner with colleagues because I pretty much don't care what other people do, but once they see you, they're like, well, you're vegetarian. Why are you vegetarian?
Yeah.
And then, wow, I had to mediate that for years of trying to figure out, like, what do I tell people? Because some people get very anxious about it, that you're not...
Offended, not anxious, they're offended, like you feel superior to us in some way, huh?
Yeah, those are difficult to maneuver.
Why do you have to maneuver?
Well, I mean, they want me to say something, and so I mean, there's never just seems to be an adequate response to those questions. Yeah, it's difficult.
You feel guilty?
Well, I feel bad that they feel bad, that they're anxious or upset.
Why do you have to feel bad when they feel bad?
Well, I did when I was younger. Man, now I don't care as much.
They choose to feel bad, folks. Grow up. It's not our fault. It's just being ourselves. And they choose to feel bad or feel good about it. What are you going to do? Huh? I mean, it's they choose. It's their conscious choice. They choose to feel bad about who we are and what we do. We're just being ourselves. Relax. It's okay. We cannot win them all. We cannot We cannot have friends everywhere. Okay? And that's a middle way. Democrat down here, Republican up there. All right, relax. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I think there is a definite advantage of embracing not being liked, accepting not being liked, embracing they don't like you. It's okay for you not to like me. Okay, it hurts a little, but it's okay. I will grow wiser because of it. Okay? Don't depend on people's liking you or disliking you, for that matter. All right? It's almost 2 o'clock. Thank God there's a question. 7.
Master, what did it say on the slide about the plants have feelings, or they're going to know if you eat them or not? Does it say that on the slide?
Master Shihon said so. And I read it too.
I was trying to read it fast, and it said that they're sentient, they're not sentient, and they don't have feelings, or if you don't eat the plant, then you can choose what you want to do or something.
Some kind of awareness, they do not have emotions or feelings, but are not sentient beings. Some kind of awareness is not feelings. Feelings are much more pronounced. There's some kind of awareness is like plants. They're aware when you get close to them. Some plants, they shrink right away. Okay? They coil up.
So what does a tree do when you hug a tree?
He says, I love you too.
You smell good now.
Peace, brother. What do I know? But I tell you what happens when you hug a big tree. Would you like to know? When you hug a big tree, like some of the people, meditation people, they try to go hug a tree. And you know what the tree says? It says, ooh. Take a shower. Poor trees. Hey, yeah. Did you teach them to hug trees? It's really strange. Okay, that's enough for today. Thank you all for coming. I really thank you all for coming today. Okay.
Yeah, and the Master, we ask